Today, we're at an elementary school job site with one of Southern California's largest construction companies, Erickson-Hall Construction, based in Escondido, California.
My name is Eric Holmberg with Erickson-Hall Construction Company, and I'm a project superintendent. On the typical day, a project superintendent is the first one on site, opens the gate, makes sure everybody's here on time. Once all the trades are on site, I meet with the foreman of all the companies, and we go over the day-to-day schedule, what happened yesterday, what's going to happen today, what's going to happen tomorrow, make sure they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, make sure if there's any conflicts, we get those resolved, and then I oversee what they're doing throughout the day. One of the positives for the construction industry is right off the bat, the pay is good. You're working with your hands constantly all the time. There's a lot of upward mobility. You can get into it without a college education and make good money. You can make upwards of $100,000 a year as you're moving up, and tap out, there's sky's the limit. You can own your own company. You can go any direction you want to go with it. If you want to go into the project management side, you can go into owner side. There's a ton of different ways you can go with it. I started out as a construction laborer shortly out of high school and started the apprenticeship program with the Association of General Contractors. To get into the AGC, you have to have a high school diploma or equivalent. They put you through an apprenticeship program as a carpenter, learn the carpentry trade, worked through the carpenter side of the house, became a foreman, and then moved into an assistant superintendent, then a project superintendent. And along the way, the company has put me through multiple schools for supervisory training programs, scheduling classes, contract classes, managing people classes, essentially. Some of the challenges are there's always constant change. You can schedule out far in advance, and if a contractor's truck breaks down, he doesn't show up, he's in a critical item to finishing a project, to finishing a task, so another contractor can start. You have to work around that. There's constant change. In a perfect world, everything works great, but it's never a perfect world. There's always some sort of change that happens. There's a discrepancy on the plans. There's a disagreement with an owner. There's a disagreement with the school district. There's a disagreement with the contractor that has to be navigated through. And I relate it to babysitting. The best plan, the babysitter shows up and it's kids gonna eat at 6, be in bed by 8. As soon as the door closed, mom and dad are gone, it's chaos. So that's kind of an analogy of being a project superintendent. What makes a good project superintendent is a solid work ethic. If you're not 5 minutes early, you're late. You have to be willing to get the job done and be willing to show up. We always look at the guys that if you're leaving at 3 o'clock when it's time to go and there's still stuff that has to be done, might not be for you. So it's hard work. It's not always easy. There's some fun things about it, but it's hard. There's a lot of stress involved with it. As a superintendent, your day does not end at 5 o'clock. You get phone calls nights, weekends, early in the morning, late in the afternoon. If a problem arises, sometimes you have to be creative, think outside the box.